Welcome back to the news at 10. The Department of State Security Service has rescued 3 Indians who were kidnapped on January 3rd this year while on board a cargo ship, the MV San Miguel, belonging to an Equatorial Guinea company off the coast of Equatorial Guinea. In a statement signed by the Deputy Director, Public Relations of the DSS, Marilyn Oga, the DSS explained that the operation, which was carried out in conjunction with the military, took place at the Bonny Channel, River State, where they were held hostage. The 3 Indians, Kanishik Jora, Minda Singh, Saini and Balwinder Singh, were today handed over to the Indian High Commission and the Equatorial Guinea Embassy, respectively. The statement adds that no ransom was paid for their release and 5 members of the kidnapped gang have been arrested.
First Bank, truly the first.
Let's turn our attention now to business news. Here's Adeshowa Josh.
Thank you, Amarachi. Now let's take you through our business stories at this hour. A total of 53 billion naira was disbursed as loans to the agribusiness value chain for the 2012 financial year as part of measures to boost agriculture in the country. The chairman of the Shareholders Committee of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Mohammed Dikwa, gave the figure at the bank's annual general meeting held in Abuja. Mr. Dikwa said another 333 million naira was disbursed to the creative industry, making the bank achieve a 70% improvement in the quality of its risk assets. It's the annual general meeting of the Bank of Industry, and the forum brought together shareholders of the bank, presenting a review of the success and challenges of the 2012 financial year. The chairman of Shareholders Committee listed major interventions carried out by the bank in the agric, small and medium enterprises sector and the film industry.
UI has funded the various core industries in this sector, mainly the entertainment subsector, the movie production and distribution, event center, facts, this replication plants, cinemas, fashions, musical instruments, construction technology, to the value of 337 million as at December 2012. The creative sector is commonly referred to as the most underscored, but with the most untapped potentials.
In spite of a 70% improvement in the quality of risk assets and the creation of over 1 million jobs in 2012, up from 150,000 in 2011, the bank officials promised not to relent in boosting the businesses of entrepreneurs in 2013.
We're going to go there with the National Youth Service Corps and ensure that whatever it is they produce, because you can only lend money to those who can repay. And one of the things is that if a banker feels that you don't have access to market, no matter how good your product it is, it's very difficult to sell it in the rural community where there's limited economic activity. So we're trying to work with the National Youth Service Corps to ensure that most of the products that are coming out of the rural community can be transported to the urban area where they are required, and that way it will stimulate more economic growth in those rural areas.
With the feats recorded by the Bank of Industry, especially in the area of provision of loans to owners of small and medium businesses in the country, it is expected that the bank's intervention will result in socio-economic transformation of the country. We turn our attention now to the Nigerian equities market, where the current bearish trend there has been attributed to the quantitative easing in the U.S. Federal Reserve bond buying. Now, stockbrokers say the losses are not peculiar to Nigeria, but are experienced in other frontier markets across the globe.
The U.S. taproom, that is the reduction in this quantitative easing, is now taking, even at the next one is going to be 65 billion bond buying from 85 in February. That's already started causing a decline in all emerging markets, including Nigeria. In fact, Turkey yesterday hiked its interest rates from 7% to 12%, as a defensive mechanism, and most other developed countries are looking at their own interest rates hiked. So these two things are weighing on investors, thinking. To even make it even more difficult is the fact that we are at the tail end of the year. We've gained some traction this year, early this year, so some people want to also take profits. These are all things that weigh on the market differently. But the way I see it is that investors who have long-term perspective are not to worry about. And those who are coming in is an opportunity for them to also come in now with the new levels that have been created, because some stocks go up and go down. Sometimes you cannot be able to get in at a good price.
And for a combination of reasons, including cuts in the U.S. Federal Reserve bond buying program, the Nigeria equities market has maintained a downward trend. Or closing the week in the negative territory, the all-share index now stands at 40,571.62 points. Here's Mary Alele Yusuf with the details.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. It's been a week full of losses. The bears had their heads up again at the Nigeria equities market as sell pressure entered the fifth day. Down 0.07%, the key broad index ended Friday's trade at 40,571.62 points. Investors gave Guinness, Nigerian breweries and Unilever the cold shoulder as they emerged Friday's top losers, with a value gain of 4 naira 5 kobo and a percentage increase of 0.36%. Nestle led Friday's gainers, followed by Mobil and UAC Property. FCMB, UB Capital and FBN Holdings were the session's top volume drivers. When the closing bell rang, volume came in at 342.88 million units for a 4.34 billion naira value. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I'm Mary Alale Yusuf.
Well, thank you, Mary. That's Business News Tonight. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
First Bank, truly the first.
Still ahead on the news at 10, home-based Super Eagles aim for bronze at the African Nations Championship. That's in sports news. Please stay with us.